Look closely at this dying tomato plant. The leaves have turned the color of old paper. The stems are sagging heavily toward the dirt, and beneath the surface, the roots are turning black. Most people look at this and reach for the shovel. They assume the plant has simply reached the end of its natural life, but they are entirely wrong. This plant is not dying of old age. It is being assassinated by your own good intentions and a $40 billion lie. Every year, we pour millions of tons of synthetic chemical fertilizers into our backyard gardens. We buy expensive blue crystals in shiny plastic jugs, believing we are giving our plants exactly what they need to thrive. But the brutal truth that the agricultural industry prays you never realize is that you are actually starving them to death. Those expensive chemicals are not food. They are synthetic stimulants. They force the plant to grow rapidly while actively destroying the delicate living microbiome in the soil beneath it. You are essentially feeding your garden chemical fast food, while the vital soil structure completely collapses. But what if I told you that the ultimate antidote to this chemical addiction is already sitting in your kitchen trash can right now? In this video, I am going to show you 5 zero-cost liquid serums derived entirely from the scraps you currently throw away. These are not slow composting methods that take 6 months to finish. These are rapid biological extractions. They contain the exact molecular compounds your starving plants are begging for, capable of bringing a dying garden back to life in as little as 48 hours. I will walk you through exactly how to extract every single one of them, including the 5th and final liquid, an ancient biological weapon that the modern fertilizer industry has spent millions trying to make you forget. But before I hand you the blueprints to these 5 forbidden liquefiers, you need to understand exactly why our ancestors never needed a single plastic bag of chemical fertilizer to feed an entire empire. Long before chemical pipelines scarred the landscape, human beings understood a fundamental law of nature. You do not feed the plant, you feed the invisible, living universe beneath it. For generations, Amish and Mennonite farmers maintained harvest yields that rival modern industrial agriculture, using nothing but composted animal waste steeped in water, a practice quietly known as aged manure tea. Halfway across the world in Korea, an ancient philosophy called JADAM perfected this biological alchemy. These communities were not just farming, they were quietly maintaining a green resistance against an agricultural empire that demanded your total financial dependence. The chemical industry quickly realized they could never sell you a product if you already knew how to make a superior one for free. So they did something brilliant and entirely ruthless. They changed the vocabulary. They pointed to the wild, deeply rooted plants growing at the edges of your garden, and they branded them as weeds. They spent billions convincing you to buy toxic herbicides, to wage a chemical war on your own soil. But our ancestors knew the truth. Those weeds are not your enemy. They are the ultimate survivors of the botanical world. They possess the exact genetic memory, the raw biological strength, and the trace minerals that your weak, domesticated crops are desperately starving for. When you rip a wild plant from the dirt and throw it in the trash, you are throwing away a masterclass in survival. The JADAM method does not destroy these wild survivors. It harnesses them. By fermenting local weeds with water, ancient farmers extracted the very essence of that wild resilience, transferring it directly into their food supply. They created a closed loop of infinite, zero-cost fertility. This knowledge was intentionally buried beneath decades of glossy corporate advertising, a deliberate campaign to make you forget how powerful you actually are. But modern science has just cracked the code on exactly how these ancient liquid brews work on a microscopic level, and what researchers just found inside the cellular structure of a simple onion peel is going to completely change how you look at your kitchen scraps. Look deep into the molecular structure under a microscope. Why do these living tonics absolutely overpower any expensive synthetic fertilizer? The answer comes down to a brutal mechanical principle: liquid solvent extraction. The agricultural industry wants you to buy solid fertilizer pellets. When you scatter those crystals across the dirt, they take weeks, sometimes months, to break down and dissolve. But remember this: Your wilting plant does not have time to wait. It is starving to death right now. When you steep kitchen scraps in water, the water does not just act as a liquid, it operates as a molecular shredder. It rips apart the rigid cellulose walls of the plant matter, instantly hijacking and releasing the entire spectrum of minerals, vitamins, and amino acids into the solution. Scientists call this absolute bioavailability. This process acts exactly like a tea bag bleeding color into hot water, driving a massive payload of nutrition straight into the root system with zero biological resistance. But here is where science delivers a fatal blow to the industry lies. Have you ever wondered why you can pump bags of nitrogen into your garden and your plants still collapse? That is the brutal reality of Liebig's law of the minimum. Picture a wooden water barrel built from planks of different lengths. The water inside can only rise as high as the shortest plank. The life of a plant is restricted in the exact same way. Its growth is not determined by the most abundant nutrient you pour into the soil. It is choked by the single trace element it lacks the most. That missing plank might be a single milligram of magnesium needed to ignite the chlorophyll molecule, or a microscopic amount of sulfur to build a cell wall. And ironically, those exact life-saving micronutrients are locked inside the banana peels and dry onion skins you just threw in the trash this morning. When you combine that onion skin, packed with quercetin to scavenge necrotic cells, with the billions of lactic acid bacteria multiplying in fermented rice water, you are not fertilizing. You are weaponizing the soil microbiome. You are dropping an army of microbes into a war zone to build a biological armor from the roots to the tips of the leaves. If clinical science has proven these living liquids to be so overwhelmingly superior, why have you never heard about them on any mainstream network? The answer is not about effectiveness. It is about a dark economic pact signed with the devil in 1913. The silence surrounding these liquid tonics is not an accident. It is a calculated business strategy. To understand why your garden is currently addicted to synthetic chemicals, we have to travel back to the year 1913, to a laboratory in Germany where two men, Fritz Haber and Karl Bosch, signed what I call a biological death pact with the modern world. They discovered a way to pull nitrogen directly out of thin air to create synthetic ammonia. On the surface, it looked like a miracle. It allowed for the mass production of cheap fertilizer, fueling a global population explosion. But this miracle came with a hidden, devastating cost. Before 1913, farming was a closed loop of biological wisdom. You fed the soil fed the plant, and the cycle continued forever. But the Haber-Bosch process changed the very definition of a farmer. You were no longer a steward of the earth. You became a customer of a chemical pipeline. The industry realized very quickly that they could not make a single cent of profit from a farmer who knew how to ferment his own weeds or steep his own kitchen scraps. You cannot put a patent on an onion skin. You cannot trademark a banana peel. And you certainly cannot charge a subscription fee for the microbes already living in a handful of forest soil. So they spent the next century burying this ancient knowledge. They funded university departments to focus solely on chemical inputs. They lobbied governments to set standards that favored synthetic salts over biological life. They taught us to fear the smell of fermentation and the sight of wild plants. The result? We have traded the long-term health of our planet for short-term, hollow yields. We have created massive dead zones in the Gulf of Mexico, where synthetic runoff has choked the life out of the ocean. And most tragically, we have forgotten that the secret to a professional-level harvest has been sitting in our trash cans the entire time. The industry wants you to stay dependent, to keep buying the blue crystals, to keep ignoring the magic in your kitchen. But their time is up. Right now, I am handing you the keys to the kingdom. Here is exactly how to brew the 5 forbidden liquefiers that the $40 billion industry never wanted you to find. Now, it is time to stop being a consumer and start being a creator. This is your Alchemist field guide to the 5 forbidden liquefiers. Keep your notebooks ready because the industry would prefer you never write these down. Formula number 1. The Emergency Rescue Serum. Take the dry, papery skins of 5 red or yellow onions and steep them in 1 gallon of water for 24 hours. Before you use it, add 1 tablespoon of dry baker's yeast and 1 teaspoon of sugar. The onion skins provide a massive dose of quercetin to shut down the plant's stress response at a cellular level, while the yeast acts as a biological spark, igniting a massive microbial bloom in the root zone. This is your 48-hour miracle for plants on the brink of total collapse. Formula number 2, the soil awakening. Never throw away your rice water again. Save the cloudy liquid from your first rinse of white rice. This is not starch. It is a starter culture for lactic acid bacteria. Let it sit in a dark corner for 3 to 5 days until it smells slightly sour. This liquid does not just feed the plant, it builds the kitchen. It recruits the native fungi and bacteria that the chemical industry has spent decades trying to sterilize. Formula number 3, the revenge of the weeds. This is the core of the JADAM method. Pull the strongest, most stubborn weeds from your yard, the ones that survive the drought and the heat. Do not compost them. Cram them into a bucket, fill it with water, and place a heavy stone on top to crush the cell walls. Let it ferment in the shadows for 14 days. You are extracting the raw genetic memory of survival, the concentrated nitrogen and deep earth minerals that these wild plants fought to obtain. And you are transferring that power directly to your domesticated crops. Formula number 4, the ALCHEMIST COCKTAIL. This is your full-spectrum tonic for heavy feeders like tomatoes and peppers. Combine the potassium of 3 chopped banana peels, the calcium of 5 crushed eggshells, and the nitrogen of 2 cups of used coffee grounds. And here is the debunking truth. Brewed coffee grounds are not acidic. They are nearly neutral with a pH of 6.8. They are the perfect structure builders. Add 1 tablespoon of blackstrap molasses. The molasses is the dinner bell, providing the carbon energy to wake up every dormant microbe in your garden instantly. Formula number 5, the ancient manure tea. This is the giant tea bag of life. Take 5 pounds of aged, dried animal manure and tie it inside a burlap sack. Submerge it in a 50-gallon drum of water for 3 to 5 days. You are not just making fertilizer, you are brewing a full ecosystem. It is rich in humic acid, the black gold of the soil world. 5 formulas, 0 cost. You now hold the exact blueprints to completely bypass the $40 billion chemical pipeline. These are no longer buckets of kitchen scraps. They are your keys to true food sovereignty. But a revolution does not happen in silence. I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 forbidden liquids surprised you the most? And which one will you put into action first? Drop a comment below and let us build the resistance together. Every drop you pour into your soil is a strike against a system that wants you dependent. It is an act of defiance. Subscribe and join the community that refuses to accept artificial scarcity. Stop buying, start growing. Your garden does not need a price tag. It needs your soul and the wisdom of your ancestors.